Hey everybody, it is John the Comic Guy, and today I'm going to share with you the keepers from my own private collection that I got from the AC collection. So the Atlantic City collection, it was not bad. It was a modern collection. I always lean towards Silver and Golden Age, as you guys know, but this fellow posted this, again, to kind of recap. Ryan Soupy said on OfferUp, and he sent me the link, and he goes, John, check this collection out. I reached out to him, and he and I were scheduling time for me to go pick up the collection, or at least look at it, and then he has health issues, his wife has health issues, they had flooding in the house, so there was a lot of things going on, and he ended up ghosting me for about a month. So he reached out to me late one night and said, if you're still interested, let me know. And then he explained what went on. So I went by, and ultimately I picked up the collection, and these are the ones I'm going to keep. Oh, and by the way, put on your calendar because you're going to see a lot of this available for sale. This is a modern collection, really good stuff. And I'm going to be at Ocean City, New Jersey Con, and that is on April 5th and 6th, 2025, at the Music Pier. So check out the advertisement. I'll post the ad here. But again, put it on your calendars. Saturday and Sunday, Ocean City, New Jersey, Music Pier, April 5th and 6th. And it's going to have, obviously the boardwalk has great food, and you'll probably see some great vehicles, cool vehicles like the Batmobile and stuff like that. So put it on your calendar, and I hope to see you there. Spider-Woman #9. I like the book. I didn't have this. There is a tear, so it actually looks really high grade, like a 9 plus, but it's actually really a 7 because there's a little tear on the back, and what are you going to do? But I didn't have it. Then next, it's pretty obvious why I like this cover. I think it's beautiful. And this is Bella and Valeria, #1, from 2022, and it's from a company called Ablaze Publications, Ablaze Comics, but it is beautiful. So I saw this, it caught my eye. For now, ultimately I might sell it, but I think it's beautiful, well done, and I'm going to keep it. The next is kind of in the same vein. This is the Harley Quinn 2022 annual. I love it. Zerdy is the artist. I have some of his work. He does a great job. Look at that. So I couldn't help it. Call it a guilty pleasure. I couldn't help it. Yeah, I guess there's another one of those. This is Vampirella Dracula Unholy #1 from Dynamite Publications. And it's a royal variant cover, virgin cover. Beautiful. The colors itself pop. So again, a few from my guilty pleasure collections, but what are you going to do? Not bad. Now, this is a title I did not have this #1. I had #2 and on, but I never had issue #1. So I'm glad to keep my Kirby Sandman Bronze Age collection, and I got the book that I wanted, and it's in very nice condition. So beautiful Sandman #1, a keeper. Another title that I kind of collect passively, but this was in very nice condition as well. This is Adventure Comics #385. A cute Supergirl cover, very early Bronze Age edition. And you know what? What the heck? I like 10, 12, and 15-cent covers. And I know it sounds weird that I just depends on the price of the book, but if it's a $2 or $2.50 Adventure Comics, I'm just being honest. I'm not interested in keeping it unless somebody tells me it's a story that I'll never forgive myself for not reading. I'll probably forego it. Another title that I love this storyline. I love it. Barry Windsor Smith combined superhero and horror like no tomorrow. And this is not the first copy I have of this. It's just such a great book. Great story. So when I get issues of this, I keep it. And it's so short. It's only like 7 pages, that particular story around. I just read it again. Every time I get it, I read it. I love it. The art's great. So again, this is really the start of the Weapon X story arc from Marvel Comics Presents. So issue number 72. Always happy to get us another copy. This is my second copy. It's great. The next is Uncanny X-Men number 236. Mark Silvestri is one of my all-time favorite artists. His Darkness book, I enjoyed those early issues. When I see him doing Uncanny X-Men or stuff like that, I'm pretty motivated to keep it. I know it's not particularly valuable, but I just really appreciate Mark Silvestri's art, so that's going to stay with me. I didn't have this particular variant cover of Amazing Spider-Man number 700. I think this is a pretty nice cover, so I already had one of the versions of it. When I see a cover that kind of pops like this, I'll end up keeping it as well. So happy to have this Amazing Spider-Man number 700 edition, variant edition. This book, Marvels. Have you guys read Marvels? Alex Ross, it's so good. I ended up getting this, issue number 3. I didn't have issue number 3. I have the hardbound book, which, by the way, that was one of the first books, comic books Krista has ever read in her life. Who would have thought? But the individual issues I have from 0, 1, 2, and 4, but I didn't have 3, so I'm glad to have it. Issue number 3 now is added to my collection. If you haven't read Marvels, guys, if you have not read Marvels, I would encourage you to find yourself a copy and enjoy it. I loved it. It's a great book. The next is Spawn number 333. I also think it's kind of funny. They mentioned it's halfway to, what is that word? Halfway to Mark of the Beast. Halfway to the Mark of the Beast, which of course 666. So there's a little humor there. Halfway to the Mark of the Beast. But issue number 333, Spawn. I didn't have it. Now I'm sort of passive with Spawn, right? I ended out in the 90s buying the first bunch of issues. I actually collected up to issue 100 and for the most part sold that collection off. But now when I get it, what the heck, especially passive, and if they're in high grade, I'll keep it. So 333, adding to my collection. This cover. It doesn't look like it's very valuable, but I love the cover. Draculina number 2, and this is homage to Wizard number 1, the Todd McFarlane Wizard number 1 with Spider-Man. So I always love that cover. As you know, I have a graded copy of that. But Draculina number 2, a homage cover to it. It's beautifully done. I'm keeping it. So never even saw this book before. So again, this collector, he said he's been collecting for about 30 years. And he ended out really collecting a lot of like gold books, like gold bonded cardboard covered books. A lot of the prismatic covers, a lot of those specialty type of gimmicky covers. He loved it. So very rarely do I look out for that kind of collection, but this one was a good one, and I picked it up. But some of those, as you could see, I'm keeping myself. So, besides the art, it's not like a chromium cover or anything, but beautiful. The next is one of those specialty covers. Amazing Spider-Man number 365. I have had a lot of these. I have had too many of these, but the only difference on this one, why I'm going to keep it, is it has a signature from Mark Bagley. Truth be known, I'm not a massive Bagley fan, but it's a signed book. I threw on one of my custom labels on there. It looks pretty good, right? Have it as a key. This is the first, of course, this is the first appearance of Spider-Man 2099. So at this point, since it was signed, why not? I have that prerogative now. I'll keep it. And one day I might sell it. One day I'll likely sell it. One day I'll likely sell it and totally forget that I sold it. But I'm a wacko that way. The next book I am particularly happy, not because I collect this title actively, but this Wonder Woman number 35, the second series, right? This is the second series that George Perez was doing the art. So I am a Perez fan. I am not actively collecting this title, but I do like Wonder Woman. I love Wonder Woman. However, what's great about this is you'll see on my customized label, yes, ma'am, yes, sir, it is a double cover. Both covers, inside and the outside, are the 9.6. So this is a high-grade double cover. Usually in the old, like I'll have some Silver Age double covers. The outside's all has little scuffs, and the inside is, of course, understandably so, higher condition. In this particular case, it's new enough. When did this come out? 1989. Both covers are in great condition. So I'm going to keep this for my private collection because I really like the double banger in it. Double banger is one. Wonder Woman is a title that I keep, not actively collecting, but I keep, and it's a double cover. So out of all of the printing errors, the double covers are by far my favorite. I like when they have color variant misprints. I'm cool with that. The one I don't like is when they're miscut. I'm not a fan of that. So, hey, was that a little TMI? But anyway, the double covers, hells yes on that one. The next, I have a mid-grade of the original printing of it, but I like this. Batman number 423, the Todd McFarlane cover. I like it. This is, they're all, when they have this kind of cover, unless they're owned by a kid that shoves it in his back pocket and plays baseball, they're all pretty good. This is a 9.6, but I like it. So I like having two copies of it. I will always end up keeping McFarlane if he's drawing Batman. I like how he does that. So this one, I'm really happy to own. The 9.6 of this reprint, this was reprinted in 2022, and I was happy to see this has this is worth a decent penny. I was really happy about it. But anyway, do you guys have this? I have to believe most of you have the original 423 with McFarlane. Again, mine is a mid-grade. I think it's a 5.0 or 5.5, but having a high-grade reprint, but it has this special chromium cover, I'm digging it. And last but not least, before I show it, I want to thank our sponsor, ComicSkin.com. Mark out at ComicSkin is giving 5% off if you buy the singles, the 5-packs, or the 10-packs of the Comic Skins. All you have to do on checkout is put in John the Comic Guy 5. John the Comic Guy 5, and you'll get 5% off on the singles, 5-packs, and the 10-packs. And this I put in a Comic Skin. It's a key. I had a lower grade version as a hint. I got it last year from Ryan Soupy. However, this is a beautiful 9.6 copy, which is going to replace the other copy. I may keep the second copy. I may sell it or trade. I don't know yet, but all that I know is at a 9.6, this beautiful copy, and it started one before I pressed it at a 9.4. It was nice. But I said, hey, I'm not afraid to press it, hydrate it and press it, and it came out beautiful. So this, for me, actually I would say these three. Usually I only show one or two books or records that I'm considering the books of the collection. In this particular collection, there were 3 books of the collection that I am so happy I own. The double cover, this chromium cover of 423 reprint, and of course this very high grade copy of X-Men 266. Really happy about it. So anyway, folks, if you enjoyed this content, if you like seeing how I'm digging through books and then ending out what I'm keeping, sharing that with you, I would ask you to please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. And I'm thanking you for your time. Thank you, and I will see you soon.
Order. We will soon snuff out your meager resistance. You chose the wrong side, and now you will pay. The resistance prisoners